from Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for another episode of the Easy K Show. Tonight we talk about April 2018. Your host, Darth Easy, and Rainy Cage.
Woo!
I meant 2019, so.
And also, I'm surprised you didn't keep it up.
I was going to, but I forgot where I was. I said, fuck it, let's just go. Let's just go with it. Alright, guys, I am Darth Easy.
And I'm Rainy Cage.
And this is episode 66 of the Easy Cage Show. This is our annual monthly episode where we talk about what's coming up in the month of April. And we also talk about the best and worst of last month. So, best movie of the month. I'll start us off. I think the best movie of the month was Us.
I agree.
I love this movie. I think this is actually the best movie of the year so far.
Ooh.
And I think everything about this movie, I think the way it was filmed, I think the direction, the screenwriting, everything from Jordan Peele, I thought was masterclass directing from Jordan Peele. And then the acting by Winston Duke, I thought he was really good. And also Lupita Nyong'o was good. Also Elizabeth Moss was great. And the movie had some great humor in it. There was nothing that really scared the shit out of me. But it has some really cool suspense moments. And I think this is a lot better than, Get Out. I think Get Out was a good movie, but I think this is a far better film.
I agree that it's definitely a better movie.
And it's also, and the twist I didn't see coming. I saw some people online were saying they kind of saw it coming, but I personally, I was like, huh, that's cool.
I was too busy trying to figure out what, like, the bunnies and stuff were. Like my mind could not focus in.
Well, I thought for the bunnies it was like replicates because, because there's that thing that said that bunnies can replicate or make copies of themselves or something. Yeah. And so that's why I was thinking it was going with.
Well, I enjoyed the movie. The acting was freaking fantastic. Lupita Nyong'o was fantastic. And I liked the music a lot.
Yeah, the score, the music score was great. And also I loved how they throwed in the comedy. And I thought the comedy landed pretty much every time they had it.
Yep, it was nicely sprinkled in there. And like you, I enjoyed this way more than the other movie. I know it has some, like, now I can't think of the word I'm trying to say.
It's just masterclass directing.
It is really
because every shot you see in this film completely sets up the next scene. Everything you see in this movie is completely set up, and I just think it's so well directed. And I think it might be a little early to say, but I think that Jordan Peele could be the next Alfred Hitchcock or the next M. Night Shyamalan. So just with the whole suspense and horror elements of his directing. We'll see. I want to see him do something else other than horror, but I think he's off to a great start.
When I got out of this movie, just all day I thought about this movie after we got out of it. So that's always a good sign. It was pretty good. So what was your worst?
Well, it was between 1 and 2 movies. So I was gonna go Triple Frontier.
Okay.
But I'm going Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Just because the more and more I think about Captain Marvel, it pisses me off more I think about it.
Okay.
The shit with the cat, I think it's stupid and taking out Nick Fury's eye.
Okay.
And then I thought some of the directing was a little lazy. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's a movie that I think I've only saw 3 movies this month. So I think it was the worst movie of the month personally. But, yeah, that's what I thought. That's my worst movie of the month.
Well, for me, it was between Triple Frontier and Dumbo, but then I saw Dumbo, and it was by far much worse than Triple Frontier.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even hate Triple Frontier. I just thought it was kind of boring. Dumbo, on the other hand, was the worst live-action animated conversion I've ever seen. The acting was bad, the dialogue was bad, the story was just so boring and lazy. It's just like they would say what was about to happen over and over again. It was so annoying. I was just not a fan of Dumbo. So that's my worst of the month.
I'm not really surprised. I didn't go see it just because it's like it's Tim Burton, and it's got a negative score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I wouldn't even blame it on Tim Burton. I mean, there was some cool like visuals and stuff. It wasn't like normal Tim Burton's that I hate because he's just being weird to be weird. Like, it wasn't even that. It was just not a good movie. Like, I don't even know if I'd blame it on him, but
You kind of have to blame him because he's the captain of the ship, and he's the one that, all right, onward to the destination.
I could see what they were going for, and it could have been good. It's just, I don't know, just didn't do it for me.
Well, maybe Aladdin could be better.
But I think you're being a little harsh on Captain Marvel. I liked Captain Marvel.
That's fine.
You putting all the blame on the cat eye
But there's
situation.
just shit that just doesn't make sense for the timeline and everything.
You can go on and read all that. I was a little confused about the timeline too, but you can read about it and it kind of makes sense. The thing I don't like is how powerful she is and how.
That's another thing too. I mean, it was awesome watching. I mean, but I don't know. It's just.
I think we're in the minority on this movie though too, because it seems like everybody I talk to about Captain Marvel just thinks it's the greatest thing ever. So.
I mean, I've talked to people at work and they think the same thing. I'm just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
But there's already a better Captain Marvel movie out right now. All right, let's move on to coming out in April. Speaking of Captain Marvel, coming out this week, coming out today. It's Shazam! Well, we're still normal. So, all right. So, Shazam came out today. I've actually already seen it along with you. What did you think of Shazam?
Are we going to go ahead and talk about it?
Well, we can.
Might as well, I guess.
We can no spoilers, obviously.
I thought it was okay. Once again, I think I went in with way too high expectations and was kind of let down a lot. Like, the tone of it is kind of all over the place. There's stuff that they just keep hitting you over the head with I didn't like. But I like the whole family aspect. I like Zachary Levi a lot. There's a couple moments that were really, really cool. I guess we were not going to spoilers, but there's some really cool moments, and I'm interested to see what they do in the future. I think I'm more upset with the DCEU as a whole, that they're just saying screw it, and just not even going to tie any of these movies together anymore, and they're just going to make their own separate movies, which is a little disappointing, but I liked it. I'm guessing you loved it.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the switch between the kid who plays Billy Batson and Zachary Levi when he becomes Shazam, and I love the family dynamic of it. I really like Mark Strong as a villain. I thought he was a very especially that conference room was so awesome watching. And I really, really enjoyed this film, and the action was fun. The comedy, I say this in my review, which will probably come out Sunday for this movie, but it's the best MCU solo film I've seen in a long time, because the way they Shazam,
MCU,
yeah, basically because the way it has the humor in it, I thought all the humor landed. For me personally, I laughed at everything. Where like a film like Captain Marvel or Doctor Strange or Ant-Man, sometimes the jokes land, sometimes they don't. Shazam, all the humor for me landed, and I was laughing my ass off.
You liked all the Santa Claus stuff?
Yeah, it's a great Christmas movie. What's up with DC making it Christmas movies all the time?
I did. Well, I'll say my favorite parts of the movie were when he was like discovering his powers.
It reminded me of an adult version of Big, and you even see the big giant piano from Big, and then also all the Rocky references where he's at the where Rocky does his end of his training montage, and then you even hear the Eye of the Tiger. I love the movie, and you check out my full review in a few days, guys. All right. Also coming out today is Pet Sematary, the latest Stephen King novel to be readapted into the big screen. So.
I heard
go see this?
I'm going to see it this weekend, yes. Plan on probably being freaked out, because I heard it's pretty good and pretty scary. Mm-hmm. But I'm just interested to see another Stephen King adaptation. I've seen the TV movie, but it's been a really, really long time, and I don't really remember it very well. And I didn't really want to go back and rewatch it, so it was kind of like the It factor, where I'd seen parts of it, but I didn't really remember it.
Yeah, I might go see this. I might not. It just depends on. It depends on next week if the movies are any good or not.
What's coming out next week?
Well, that's a great segue if I've ever heard one. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to. it. I may see. I may not. It just depends. I've been in a horror mood lately. All right, so moving on to the next weekend, we have April 12th. And the first movie coming out is Hellboy. Are you interested in this? By that face I say right now, doesn't look like it.
Yeah, every time I see a trailer for this, like they did like a real extended look at some movie I was at recently. I think it was Us. And I don't know. David Harbour just looks like he's not into it. Like when he was doing his little sit-down thing, and he was like, I'm going to be Hellboy. And he just looked like he was reading off a script or something. I don't know. I kind
of think that's just his natural thing. Because like he does the same thing in Stranger Things.
I'm going to go see it. I liked the other two Hellboys. I didn't love them, but I liked them. Mm-hmm. The trailers aren't really doing for me. We do get to see Mila Jovovich as a villain, which is kind of cool, I guess, but I don't know, man.
It's good to see her not in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
She is the one in Resident Evil,
yep,
right?
She is.
I always get her and the other girl confused.
She's married to some famous director, Wes Anderson or something.
That's not Wes Anderson.
Paul W.S. Anderson. That's who it is.
Yeah.
The director of the...
Wes Anderson's like the really great director.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested in this. I'm waiting to see if the reviews are any good for it or not, because this looks like a good little April film. I like David Harbour. I've liked pretty much everything he's been in, from Stranger Things. He was in Black Mass. He was also in Newsroom. So I like him as an actor. I would like to see if this is going to be any good or not. And also, like I said, Ian McShane. I love me some Ian McShane. All right, also coming out this weekend is Missing Link.
Yeah, I'm not going to see this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is an animated movie.
I know, but it's just that the trailers aren't getting me, and it just doesn't look like my kind of movie. And, no, just not seeing it. And for once, Kia doesn't want to see this either, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the movies for sure I'll probably want to go see, because Keeping the Two Strings was incredible. I love the stop-motion animation world, and this is weird that I'm excited for an animated film and you're not. That's kind of weird.
It's mainly the story. I've always kind of been weird about the animation, stop motion animation stuff. I liked Kubo. I think you liked it way more than I did. And it's just the dude taking his beast, or the what is it, the stupid beast around to try and find his people or something, and all the jokes. I didn't laugh once during the trailer.
I like the trailer, but I guess it's just So I might be seeing this or Hellboy. Depends on I said,
both,
or I might see both. You never know. Maybe not the same weekend because the showtimes are stupid for it. All right, so move on to that next Wednesday. Mm-hmm. We got Disney's Penguins.
Yeah. Not gonna go see this either.
Yeah, neither am I. I thought we'd talk about it because you said you always watch them.
We do. Eventually. Well, we have. We've missed the last couple ones. They do one a year, and they're like nature documentaries, and usually they have a pretty interesting story. But I can't even remember the last one we seen. We didn't watch Bears. We didn't watch. I don't know. I can't remember the last one we seen. I have like 3 or 4 of them on Blu-ray.
Do you?
I mean, they're good to watch just for like if you want to go to the zoo kind of thing. Yeah. That's your kind of feeling for those movies, but. Nah, we won't go see this.
I like penguins. Maybe it'll be the Penguin in the Cave in Fight Club.
Maybe.
All right, moving on to the 19th, we have The Curse of La Llorona, or however you want to call it. I heard it pronounced, I think, right in the trailer, but there's no way I won't be able to pronounce it right.
Yeah, another horror movie.
Produced by James Wan.
Yep. The trailer for this, I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Where the girls are in the car or whatever. There's several trailers, but there's one that we saw where there's
that was the first trailer, I believe.
Yeah, they're in the car and they're rolling the windows up, and then the window starts to come down, and she jumps up to the another seat, rolls the window up, mm-hmm. and then they pop the locks open.
So I saw one last night where the girl, she's in a bathtub and someone's and then she's and then I think she gets taken down, and it looks like it could be pretty scary. It could be also a big pile of dog shit.
Could be. Yeah, this will be a wait for reviews for me.
Yeah.
Whereas I already know Pet Sematary is getting really good reviews. So, if I'm only going to go see one horror movie this month, it's going to be Pet Sematary. But if this gets good reviews, I'll probably go check it out.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get burnt out on horror movies so early because we got a lot of them coming out this year, and I can only take so many horror movies before I start getting sick of it.
I can watch any movie though. That's the thing. All right, let's end it with the big movie of the month, Avengers: Endgame.
Oh, this is coming out?
Yeah, in April.
Huh. It's almost like no one cares.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, this is going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They sold the record-breaking in 6 hours.
Yeah, they broke the internet.
Yeah. I'm pumped. I want to see what happens. how it ends, and I just want to see it. I just want to see it real bad. This was our most anticipated of the year.
Well, it was mine.
Well, it was mine. How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, you said earlier your favorite movie of the year was Us so far. Come on. How to Train Your Dragon is still the best movie of the year so far.
It's How to Train Your Dragon is like the third best movie.
You're crazy. But anyways, Endgame looks cool. The trailers have been great. I don't want to see any more dang trailers. I keep seeing little clips and stuff on TV that have new scenes and shit in them. I'm like, no more. Like, I feel like they're ruining stuff by having Tony Stark. I hope they're deliberately.
The movie's 3 hours long, so they're
3 hours long. Yeah.
So it's don't buy drinks. Don't drink any liquids. Hold your bladder.
Or they say 3 hours and 58 seconds or something was the official length. I'm like, okay, so 3 hours and 1 minute, we got it. Not counting 20 minutes of trailers too. So,
So
we have our tickets.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's 11 years in the making. It really is, and we'll see if this can nail the landing, or maybe this is lost all over again.
And it won't be a summer movie because of the April release.
Yeah, so when we do our top 10 anticipated movies of the summer, which will come out the last week of April, that the day after Endgame comes out, we won't be able to talk about this. Alright guys, so that ends another episode of the Easy K Show. Make sure you check out each week on the Easy K Show as we talk about different topics, from our stupid top 10s to movie news and TV talks and our monthly recap. So guys, until next week, all too easy.
Peace out.